Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. And as you can see, I have the Shadowland Tarot out on the tarot table for us for this reading, and it's because we are dealing with murky matters, as we often do in this channel. And the murky matters now are Harkles and their popularity, and how the popularity is plummeting, and how they may be feeling as they are forced to look at YouGov polls which reveal their true natures to them, their true unpopularity, and whether they are actually coping with the bad news that is coming to them from the latest YouGov poll. And the reason I say that is, I think we've shuffled enough. I always shuffle a lot before I start these readings, just so that I don't annoy you by shuffling for 7 minutes on screen. But the latest YouGov polls, Harry is at 39%. This is for the last quarter of 2021. Harry is at 39%. He's wedged between Sophie and Edward. Those two, no matter how hard they toil, never rise up in the popularity stakes. Harry, of course, was at the top once. He's now down there. I thought he'd actually be lower. Meghan is at 26%, and the only person that she is more popular than at the moment is Prince Andrew. And of course, this poll does not reflect the recent disaster with Prince Andrew, so he may not even appear on the next poll, because he might be down in the minuses. Who knows? But I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross, looking at how they feel about their popularity stakes. And the reason this is interesting to me is that allegedly, when Harry and Meghan were at their most busy in terms of planning to leave the royal family, trying to do things their way, and if they couldn't do things their way, then they would leave prior to Brexit, Harry actually showed Prince William a poll that he claimed justified the Sussex pair in going their own way, because they were responsible for 80% of new online interest in the monarchy. Of course, it seemed to escape him that interest may not be positive interest, and certainly a whole subculture grew up on Tumblr. It grew up in all kinds of places. There are many channels, many venues, fora that focus on the unpopularity of the Harkles. Tarot readers, all kinds of people suddenly popped up and started Googling, reading. But Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seemed to think that they were incredibly popular and incredibly important and influential, and that the monarchy was actually something that the status and hierarchy in the monarchy could be determined by popular vote and not by order of birth and all of that. And of course that influence must be coming from Meghan, who believed in that kind of mispopularity could influence the order of succession and all of that. We have heard, allegedly, rumours that she honestly believed that if she could prove that she was more popular, she and Harry, than William and Catherine, that she and Harry would then, of course, deserve to be the heirs to the throne. That is the level of lunacy and self-delusion, allegedly. But anyway, so poor old Prince William had to explain to Prince Harry that just because they are the most Googled pair in the monarchy didn't mean that they were the most popular, and didn't mean that they were therefore entitled to the throne, or entitled to set up their own rival court, or entitled to rule the Commonwealth, or entitled to do whatever they liked and be answerable to no one, and the rest of it. So poor old William, no wonder he is so bald, pulled out all his hair. And so now, of course, things are quite different 2 years later. How do the Harkles feel about it? And we have the moon as the underlying energy, the shadow card in the deck, or the Shadowlands deck. The moon is all about those feelings, those emotions, that royal, if there is such a word, under the surface, the jealousy, the desire to oust someone, those murderous midnight thoughts when you toss and turn at night and wish you could get your revenge on someone who has wronged you. It's that kind of feeling that you get with the moon, that nasty energy that's in the shadows, in the murk. It is very unpleasant. It's also fearful. It's a suspicious energy and it's a nasty energy on the one hand, but it is a fearful energy on the other. And there, that little witch is walking with that creature she has pulled out of the depths. And that moon, that wolf face peering down from the moon, it does look a bit like Harry and Meghan going off in the dark, not following the yellow brick road, but following the road to ruin, I would say. But afraid of what these polls are revealing. The public dislike is intense. And they don't like it, Harry and Meghan, I don't think, with their backs to us, of course, as always, backs to the public. And the moon, just by the way, in tarot anyway, in astrology anyway, is about the public. So there is the public, and they are turning their backs on the public as ever. Heart of the matter in the popularity stakes. Well, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, another major arcana, heart of the reading. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, there it is. The Wheel of Fortune, you're up 1 minute and you're down the next. The card is in the reverse. They are down. They were up. They thought in their own minds, the beginning of 2019, that they'd sail away to California and the world would be at their feet, showering them with gifts and movie roles and whatever else, shares in startups that were going to make billions, but not so much. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it is the road to ruin that they decided to follow, and we can all see it now. And their challenge with this popularity plummeting, plunge in popularity, their challenge is to ride the sea creature, the serpent, to safer shores from the turmoil that they are in right now, to leave that turmoil and difficulty behind them and sail away and leave their troubles behind them and sail away. Sometimes sailing away means sailing literally away over the seas, but they've already done that, of course. They went across the Atlantic, and as far away as they possibly could, they put a whole ocean and a whole continent between themselves and their troubles, and really it hasn't helped, has it? How much further must they travel before they can find happiness and find freedom? So what is going on behind the scenes in Montecito right now? The breakup card, the Two of Cups, the unhappy couple blaming each other, I get from that. And I am laughing at their misfortune, which is unkind of me. But Two of Cups in reverse, yes, definite blame game. It was all your idea. No, it wasn't. It was yours. I did it for you. I did it because I loved you. I did it, blah, blah. I did it because I wanted to be in Marvel movies. And you thought you were going to be a producer like Trevor. But how all of that has brought us to ruin. And I think lots of sulking. I think lots of tears and doors slamming and no speaks. And leading separate lives, as we see repeatedly with these two. But there it is. The two little lovebirds have now, I think, lost all their feathers and may even be losing their nest. So their focus right now with this plunging popularity, very unhappy with the Five of Cups. That's a sad, sad, sad creature. I don't even want to hazard a guess as to what it is. Is it a frog? But very unhappy, sobbing over this loss in popularity, how dreadful things are now. It's grief, it's remorse, it's woe. Very unhappy. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse, and we have the Five of Cups as what is going on with them consciously. Very, very unhappy. Can't believe how the wheel has turned against them, how fate has turned against them, how they were once so high and now they have plunged the depths, down, down, down they have gone. So what's happened in the past to lead to this misfortune? Well, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles is always the generous and supportive card. She's very abundant. She's very kind and sweet and nice and looks after everybody. Bit of an earth mother vibe that she has, the Queen of Pentacles. There she is under her tree in Montecito. She is upright. I think it was all her bright idea. Off we go. We are so popular. Look, I can do spells with that cauldron thing that I'm clutching and the black cat and manifest abundance for us, because I believe in all of that, that I only have to literally believe a thing and then it manifests. And I always say that mockingly about Megan, and then I always have to hasten to add that I do actually believe that if you believe in a thing enough, it will manifest. But sometimes when you believe in a thing and you do the spells and whatever else that this little witch is doing here in this card, and I don't say for 1 second that Megan herself was doing spells and things, I'm just looking at the card, and that is the energy coming off the card. Sometimes the thing that manifests may be word for word the thing that you insisted universe provide, but it may come with a sting in the tail that you didn't foresee. And that, I think, is what has happened to the Harkles, that however much they believed that in their own potential, they didn't foresee that their own potential was only their own potential in their own minds and not in reality. So let's see their response to this calamity that is facing them. Four of Wands in reverse. Well, the Four of Wands in reverse is the broken home, the home that may in fact have to be sold, the foundation that may have to be split. Four of Wands, upright happiness, security, stability in the home and in foundations, organizations, charitable foundations, marriages. It's a celebration card. It's a wedding card. In the reverse, it's one of the divorce cards in the tarot, the Four of Wands. It could literally mean that the home, the house, has to be got rid of, and we already know that they are selling the house, or allegedly have been selling the house for quite some time, or possibly even have never owned the house in order to sell it. Will we ever know the truth of that? We have the moon as the underlying energy of this card. Probably not, but we have two breakup cards, two very unhappy cards, plus the Five of Cups, plus the challenge being to put our sorrows behind us. Oh my, woe is me in Montecito, shall we just say. So how does Prince Harry feel when he looks at those figures in the polls? And he can't blame the royal family for cooking the books. I don't think. Maybe he can. How does he feel? Four of Pentacles in reverse. He has lost something. He's lost something that was very important to him. Four of Pentacles upright, clutching onto those pentacles, hanging on for dear life to your security blanket, and is in order to feel stable and safe. But he's lost it. The thing that he most counted on was that everybody loved him. He was Prince Harry, and he was the charming one and the funny one and the naughty one, and the one the Queen loved best, and the one Charles loved best, and the one Diana loved best, and the one the public loved best, and the one everyone loved best. But oops, nope, things have changed, and not anymore. Have to let go of that idea, Prince Harry, and now feeling very insecure, feeling very vulnerable, and two fours in the reverse. Everything that he believed, I'm talking a lot about beliefs in this reading, everything he believed turning out to be false. It's not so sure after all. And how does she feel about her plunging popularity? You have to laugh when you see that card, that glooming, ghostly figure, wearing its sheet with only holes cut out for its eyes so it can see. The Hermit card. Ooh, she is really feeling like she has to disappear. She has to go away and think long and probably unpleasant thoughts with that Hermit card. Hermit, there is a little lantern there in the card. That ghostly figure in its sheet is going to have to go within and do some self-examination. Is it possible? I do not know. She's allegedly a narcissist. It takes a lot to force a narcissist to actually look within and see that some, at least, of their troubles comes from their own self, their own damage, their own ways of treating people. If you turn your backs on the British public and you cast insults at them and you say terrible things about the royal family, well then perhaps not such a surprise to be down to 26% when you thought that you were Miss Congeniality and that your popularity would ride you into the White House. Oh dear, have a rethink. And spent a lot on PR to no effect. And what is she going to do now? So hopes and fears for these two. Temperance in the reverse. Will they be able to remedy this situation? They fear they won't. Temperance in reverse is, of course, the devil. It's the angel in the upright, the devil in the reverse. That toxic situation that they are stuck in. Stuck to each other, they are chained together. Will they be able to? The dog's having a good old bark, the deaf dog. Will they be able to restore harmony in this situation, harmony in their own lives? We see all this disharmony in their own lives. Will they be able to soothe the public and make the public love them again, pour oil on troubled waters? They fear that they won't. Temperance card in reverse. It's things being excessive, things being out of alignment. They have gone to excess in all kinds of wrong directions with their spending, with their gloating, with their boasting, with their Netflix deals, with all of that has alienated the public even more, I think, and they do fear that they're not going to be able to correct the public perception of them and make the public love them again. Let's see outcome of this plunge in popularity. Oh, and then we get the devil. Isn't that interesting? Speak of the devil. And the devil appears literally above the temperance card. It's the devil in reverse. SOS, always amusing to me in this card. Devil has set fire to the world. All that toxicity, the lies, the addiction, the treachery, the betrayal, the hatred that comes with the devil. All those nasty personality traits. The moon and the devil, quite similar actually energies for me as a reader. It's in the reverse, and this is the outcome card. Could be that they decide to separate, that they view their relationship as so toxic, the fact that they are chained to each other as so problematic for them each individually. If Prince Harry wants to restore his fortunes in the UK, he has to shed Meghan, of course. If Meghan Markle wants to be President of the United States, and I know you all shudder and recoil and throw things at whatever it is you are watching, listening to this channel on, but if she wants to get to the White House, can she tow along behind her in her wake this failed prince, this pathetic creature who whines about his mother at every opportunity and wants to wear his uniforms and his medals? It looks to me as if they are going to have to cut their ties, cut their losses, and leave each other behind, and leave this toxic episode behind in their past, and try and move on. Six of Swords. How very interesting. I do love these cards. I wasn't sure about them when I started, but they amuse me more and more. And this deck reads like a dream. When we're dealing with Harry and Meghan, I wouldn't dream of using it on anyone else. Not anyone I know in real life anyway. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you tomorrow.